What is up, everybody? It's Isaac Smolden here at the My House Studios. I'm with, once again, Michelle Overstreet, our glorious leader. Michelle, how's it going right now?
Hi, Isaac. I hope I can live up to glorious leader. That's really a salutation.
All right, so we're into the month of May now. We have a couple events going on, both here at My House and as a community. The big one is tomorrow when this is dropping. We, as an organization, are doing a cleanup here around the My House building in conjunction with the Rotary cleanup efforts here in the month of May.
The city of Wasilla, it's a city Wasilla cleanup week, and they are giving away bags at City Hall. So if you see those yellow bags around, City Hall is distributing those, and the Rotary's in, and My House is in. I think True North is going to come clean up around their site and then join us for lunch. We have lunch here afterwards in the cafe.
And it's Cinco de Mayo, so it's tacos.
Yeah,
it's taco
tacos.
lunch.
It's going to be taco lunch.
Love
So
taco lunch.
that's exciting. It's always a kind of a nice day to get out. If you are out and picking up trash and you come across hypodermic needles, used hypodermic needles, please be very, very cautious. If you choose to pick those up, what we recommend is a grabber so that you're not touching them just because of the risk of fentanyl poisoning. If you do choose to pick them up, please wear gloves and put them in some kind of sharps container, even if you have an empty orange juice plastic bottle that you drop them into so that they can't puncture anything. That will work, and then dispose of them at public health or somewhere where there's a hazardous disposal, because if you just drop those into the garbage bins, they can get run over at the dump and somebody else can get that contamination as well. So be thoughtful about that. We know that those are out there. We had a car dealership that did a cleanup last week and had lots and lots of needles that they found in their property area. So there's that. Shout out to all the mothers. Mother's Day is May 8th.
Yeah, holidays, Mother's Day, Memorial Day, my birthday, all the important holidays.
May 30th is Memorial Day. Isaac's birthday is coming up. We're going to celebrate that.
You'll never know when it is.
It's a secret.
It's a super secret.
But you can come and celebrate anytime in the month of May. We will celebrate Isaac. So it's a month-long celebration.
It's Isaac's month.
And I also wanted to give a shout out. We've got a lot of high school graduations happening, and we've got a couple clients that are graduating from different high schools across the valley.
Snaps.
Yeah,
for all our graduates.
For sure. And super proud of everybody who's graduating and moving on to that next phase of life. I do want to say, parents, please have a conversation with your young people about the partying that goes on around graduation. We lost 17 people last month to accidental death or overdose, and several of those were poisoned with fentanyl that was, in some cases, the young person was taking something that looked like a Percocet, and it was poisoned with fentanyl, and they overdosed and died without even being able to call for help. It is so deadly, it kills them on the spot. And last month in the Matsu Valley, there was enough fentanyl confiscated to kill 85% of the population of Alaska. This is not something that is hard to find. This is something that is coming from Arizona and Mexico and China through mail order, supposedly prescriptions that have been contaminated when knockoff companies produce drugs and sell them on the black market. So there are documented seizures that are caused by this. And I just think with 17 deaths in the month of April, and we've got graduation in May and young people partying, please, please, please don't take anything. Please just be aware of how deadly that can be, and that we want you to live, and we want to make sure we're having conversations with the young people in our circles who may be at risk of saying yes. Maybe they just graduated as an honor student, and it's the first time they've ever really taken anything or used any kind of drug, and it looks like a pill that would be in their parents' medicine cabinet, and it sounds like it would be completely harmless. And even if someone's packing Narcan, a lot of times they can't revive them because that fentanyl is so potent. So please be aware of that.
But on the subject of Narcan, if you work in education or any of those fields, please come into the building and we can get you Narcan trained really quick. I saw Kurt just doing an impromptu one out in the lobby yesterday afternoon. So come in. We have tons of Narcan kits, and we've actually been kind of upgrading them as well with some thicker gloves and some higher dosages as well that are starting to come in to combat the new fentanyl kind of rush that's coming into the valley. So if you don't have Narcan kits or if you're not Narcan trained, come in. It takes 15 minutes tops.
And it could save a life.
Yes.
Yeah. It takes 15 minutes. It's a little nasal spray like Afrin or something like that. It's super easy to administer. If you're hosting a graduation party, just come and get some in case. The state, Adam Crum and the Department of Health and Social Services has doubled the dosage of Narcan that's in those kits, like Isaac said, in an effort to try to combat that. There's 2 nasal sprays in each kit. And like I said, there have been opportunities for revival where they couldn't revive them because the fentanyl is too powerful. It's heroin's big, angry, nasty older brother.
Yeah, obviously the best prevention is just not to take any illicit substances in the first place.
Yeah.
So that's always should be option number 1.
Yes.
That's, abstinence. It's the only 100% effective solution. So.
That's correct. So thanks for letting me give a shout out about that. I look at those statistics and just cringe and we lost a client last month and a former client as a result of this, and have many, many more reports of seizures and odd behaviors from young people getting bags of pills or boxes of pills in the mail from Mexico or someplace that it's come through a black market. So
it's important stuff.
It's important.
So, and then on the podcast side of things, let's see, Diag Nonsense, same day as this is. We're talking about Batman. You want some Batman voices and also like a breakdown on how Batman's mental health and lived experience impacts everyone else around him. Justin, and Kurt are talking about that.
What is Batman's ACEs score?
What is Batman ACEs score? I think that's how that whole conversation got started, which is, maybe funny for us in here. I don't know if it's funny for everyone else, but Batman, actually it's a surprisingly low ACEs score. Joker's ACEs score, though, way high. We'll talk about that. Also, maybe perhaps more importantly than Batman's mental health stuff, part 2 of Alicia's interview on redemption is coming out this Friday. Part 1 is really good. Part 2 is Banana Land's crazy. It is, oh my gosh, so impactful. It's great. If you haven't listened to part 1, catch up on that now because Friday, part 2 of that comes out. Part 2 of My Voice with one of our staff members, that is coming out next Friday. And then we just talked with Carl at True North Recovery. That's coming out Wednesday. We have a huge, huge, huge guest coming up on the My House podcast. 2 episodes from now, it'll end up being episode 8 of the My House podcast. So yeah, tons of super cool, exciting stuff. And Diag Nonsense has a more serious episode that's coming out for episode 7. We're going to be talking to Jay, who's our outreach coordinator here. We have this whole thing prepared. He's going to be talking about the myth of happiness, which I think is going to be a really great conversation, something we've been talking about kind of in-house, and we're going to be sharing that conversation out. It's really great. So be tuned for all of our exciting stuff coming up here this month. And until next time, Michelle, do you have anything else?
I can't think of anything, Isaac. Thank you very much for being awesome.
All right. We'll see you in June, everybody. Happy May.